Goodbye YouTube, how's it going everybody? Got for y'all today a Pokemon X and Y Wi-Fi battle yet again, and it's going to be against Mac. At least that's what he told me to title the video. Now, as you can see, this battle was from 10 days ago. I actually forgot that I even had this battle, and I rewatched it, and it turned out to be a pretty good battle. There are two very important parts in this battle that definitely were game-changing, so I'll make sure to point those two out when they occur. Now, looking at my team, to be honest, I don't really know what's up with my team. As I said, this was 10 days ago, so we're not really going to talk about my team. But looking at my opponent's team, he literally has 6 threats. Like, that's the simplest way to put it. Gengar most likely is going to be Mega Gengar, which outspeeds my entire team. But I do have 3 forms of priority, so I should be able to deal with it kind of, sort of, not really, probably, because nothing on my team wants to switch into any of its attacks. Azumarill, with the proper prediction, could plow through my team, so I really have to watch out for that. If Volcarona sets up and I lose my Rotom and my Talonflame, that's going to sweep me. Dragonite, if I lose my Mamoswine, is going to sweep me. So yeah, just everything really is a threat on his team, except for maybe Excadrill. I should be able to deal with that accordingly, and then Mamoswine is kind of in the same boat as Excadrill. But seeing that he has nothing to deal with my Talonflame, I definitely know Talonflame will be a huge key member in this battle. So with that being said, let's get the battle started. Alright, so he's going to be leading off with the Gengar, as I'm going to be leading off with my Rotom. I know from prior experience that I will be able to live a Sludge Bomb or Shadow Ball coming from Mega Gengar, and as I said, nothing on my team wants to switch into any attack coming from this Gengar, so I really have no other option but to stay in and just go for the Volt Switch, and I'm able to get off enough damage to the point where I know that my Brave Bird from Bergermon will be able to knock him out, because believe it or not, at full HP, Gengar can actually live a Brave Bird from Talonflame, which is really surprising. So the fact that I got that extra bit of damage is really helpful to me. As he does make the safe switch into the Excadrill, he's going to be able to take this Brave Bird. Unfortunately though, I get a crit, which in the long run of the battle honestly does not end up mattering in my opinion. You guys can be the judges of that. Anyways, I am able to get off a huge hit on this Excadrill, and I know that I will be faster than him, so what I'm going to do is just go for the safe Flare Blitz. As he does predict this, he's then going to bring in his Azumarill, and I was very close to going for the Brave Bird, and let me say this right now, I play entirely way too safe in this battle, and I get predicted quite a bit. So yeah, I'm just throwing that out there right now, but trust me, it was still a pretty good close battle. Anyways, I'm going to predict him just to go for the safe Aqua Jet, and I'm going to switch into my Trevenant, but no, I get predicted, and he goes to the Player Rough. Luckily, I'm able to live, and I'm pretty positive that Trevenant is faster than Azumarill, so I know he is going to want to switch out. And predicting him to bring in Volcarona, what I'm going to do is actually go for the Leech Seed, because I know he's not going to want to switch anything else in, and I am able to catch the incoming Volcarona with the Leech Seed, which is really nice because I'm going to be able to get off that extra bit of damage on him, which in the long run is going to be helpful to me and being able to wear him down. But unfortunately, I cannot stay in on this Volcarona because a Fiery Dance, Fire Blast, or Flamethrower will easily be able to knock him out. So predicting him to go for one of those two, or possibly could have gone for Bug Buzz as well, but that is neutral. Either way, I predicted him to go for the Bug Buzz or the Fire Blast or Flamethrower or Quiver Dance, or the Fiery Dance, I should say, sorry. And I bring in my Talonflame, as he predicts that he brings in the Azumarill. And this turn I'm thinking, alright, I switched in last time, so this turn he's definitely going to go for the Aqua Jet, thinking I'm going to Brave Bird. But no, I get predicted again, and he utterly destroys my Trevenant, which means the main thing I had to prevent that Excadrill from spinning just died. So I bring in my Talonflame, knowing that I resist the Play Rough. I'm going to predict him to switch out. He predicts that, and he's going to be able to easily take the Flare Blitz. Unfortunately though, he ends up missing the Play Rough. He ends up missing the Play Rough. Now, for those of you who don't know, fire types do resist fairy type moves, so I'm not entirely too sure how much damage that Play Rough would have actually done, not to mention that this Talonflame is a bulky Talonflame. And then he stays in, predicting me to Flare Blitz again. As I do go for the Brave Bird, I'm able to knock out the Azumarill, so that's one giant ass threat out of the way. As he brings in the Mamoswine, the way he brought it in had me thinking that he had Focus Sash, so I don't want to stay in and get knocked out by a possible Stone Edge. So what I'm going to do is switch into my Rotom on the off chance that maybe he did just go for like an Ice Shard or the Stealth Rocks, and then I would be able to go for the rest. But no, he does end up making the safe play by going for the Icicle Crash, and then he's going to follow it up by knocking me out with an Ice Shard. So my Rotom, the main thing I have for Mamoswine, is now gone, which really sucks. But now I can get a free switch into my Mamoswine to get up my Stealth Rocks, right? right? No, this is one of the two important parts of the battle. I make a really stupid play and I go for my own Earthquake. What I should have done was gone for my Stealth Rocks because I have enough offensive Pokemon on my team to be able to keep up offensive pressure on his Excadrill to prevent him from rapid spinning. And the fact that it didn't get on my Stealth Rocks means that now his Dragonite will still be in multi-skill range. So I switch into my Talonflame hoping that I will be able to have a chance to get up rocks later in the battle. As he does go for the Ice Shard, I will be able to then knock him out with the Brave Bird, and I get a crit, which obviously did matter because he was at 2% HP, and I'm able to get rid of his potential Stealth Rocker, so I don't have to worry about him getting up rocks, as he's going to end up bringing in the Dragonite this turn, which really sucks because that thing's multi-scale should be broken, but I choked and I went for Earthquake, and I know that a Brave Bird will not be able to knock him out, so I really have no choice but to switch out. As I bring in my Excadrill, I'm hoping that after a Dragon Dance that for some reason I will be able to possibly live a Fire Punch. That is really my only hope right now, because this Dragonite could just basically sweep through my team, but he actually chokes himself because he was not paying attention and did not see that my Excadrill was not on a balloon, and he goes for the Earthquake. I'm able to break his multi-scale while also getting off a huge amount of damage with the Rock Slide before he knocks me out with the Fire Punch. And the reason he didn't go for Fire Punch was because that he said he was running damage calcs, and he said that some variant of Excadrill can actually live a +1 Fire Punch from Dragonite, so that's why he went for the Earthquake. In the end, that really costed him, because now the multi-scale is broken on Dragonite, allowing me to get a free switch into my Mamoswine, and much like before, I don't get up my Stealth Rocks, and he makes the safe switch into the Volcarona. I was also very close to going for the Stone Edge, which in hindsight is what I probably should have done, but in the end it really doesn't end up mattering because right now my game plan is to fodder off my Mamoswine. That way I can get a free switch into my Talonflame on this Volcarona, because I know Volcarona will literally not be able to do anything to my Talonflame unless he has like Hidden Power Rock or something, which Hidden Powers are very hard to get this generation. So I'm gonna bring in Talonflame, I'm gonna go for the Roost as he gets a crit with the Flamethrower. This kind of like dragged out the battle a little bit more, but in the end it wasn't game changing whatsoever. As I go for another Roost, I know that I will be able to easily set up the +6 with Bulk Up if I really wanted to, but I know after +2 Talonflame will have enough raw power to literally just OHKO everything that he has left, because at this point I believe all his remaining Pokemon are around 50%. So I go for a Roost after getting up to +2. He brings in the Excadrill for some reason, which easily gets knocked out by a Flare Blitz. He's then going to bring in the Gengar, which is going to get knocked out by a Brave Bird, and then he ends up bringing in the Volcarona, which will also get knocked out by Brave Bird, and at this point his last Pokemon is the Dragonite, which will get knocked out by Brave Bird. So yeah, as you can see, Talonflame is a huge threat this generation. But to be fair, if he had actually gone for Fire Punch on my Excadrill, then he definitely would have won this battle. But in the end, me messing up and him messing up, I guess, kind of evened out, because I obviously should have gone for the Stealth Rocks when it was Mamoswine against Mamoswine, and he should have Fire Punched when it was his Dragonite against my Excadrill. But in the end, it was definitely a fun, intense battle. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure to leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe to see more content. With that, enjoy the rest of your night and enjoy the rest of your day. So I do believe I am out of here. Later, everybody.